I was an A-list celebrity stylist assistant in Hollywood for 2 years, dressing up some of your favorite celebrity crushes. Baby, I have seen the good, the bad, and the downright fucked up. Now, Hollywood taught me some wild truths about money, happiness, and what's really real. And if you think that I'm about to sugarcoat my experience for this video just because it's on YouTube, you are in for a surprise. So let's just dive right into it. Biggie Smalls was right, y'all. Mo money, mo problems. I know you heard it before, but let me break it down to you so you can really understand where I'm coming from. So I'm at this very famous person house, right? I mean, gorgeous house, by the way. I was doing my thing, setting up the racks, setting up the clothes for this big event that my client was about to have. And as I was steaming some clothes, I hear all this commotion and screaming coming from the other room. It turns out that the celebrity that I was working with was actually cussing out her own mama. And why, you may ask? Well, her daughter was mad that her famous and rich daughter would not fund her $85,000 Europe trip. Can you imagine your mama cussing you out like a stranger on the street because you will not be her personal ATM for her vacations? But then it hit me, more money isn't all what it's cracked up to be. You think getting rich is gonna solve all of your problems, but sometimes it actually ends up bringing more problems into your life. You got family members, old friends, exes just coming out the woodworks asking you for money. And if you say no, suddenly you are stingy, you are selfish, and you are the villain. Look, I'm not saying don't get your paper, please. Get that bag for sure, that's what we want. But understand that money usually comes with a whole new list of problems. People think success is all about the lifestyle. It comes with drama if you are not ready for it. You got family that's flipping on you. You got fake friends who just want a piece of the pie. And everyone else thinking that you owe them something because you made it. It's just crazy how the people that's closest to you can become your biggest problems. Now, the real game is knowing how to protect your peace while you chase that bag. Honey, if you are not ready to set boundaries and deal with people's expectations, that money just gonna stress you out. The richer they are, the lonelier they get, and the more problems they gotta deal with. What else I learned while working in Hollywood? The insecurity is insane. That is something that I did not expect to see when I moved to LA. I moved to LA with the impression that these celebrities had it all. They like the perfect skin, the perfect bodies, the money, the fame, super confident. But let me tell you, behind that red carpet, them magazine covers, and them Instagram posts, the insecurity in Hollywood is on 10. One time I was setting up outfits for this one famous wife of a big sports player, okay? And she walks in looking all serious and says,
I'm gonna need you to turn off your phone and put it outside on the table where I can't see it.
excuse me? But then my professional side kicked in. And I was like, you know what? She doesn't know me. She's famous. She doesn't know if I'm crazy or not, and I'm gonna take pictures of her and sell it to TMZ or something. So I politely put my phone in the next room and I turned it off. Then she took it a little bit too far. She goes,
And I'm gonna need you to close your eyes while I'm getting dressed.
look at here, okay? Lady, how can I dress you properly with my eyes closed? Your outfit got zippers, buttons. I need to be pinning stuff. I need to be doing all this stuff with your outfit. And I'm supposed to do this without my eyes? Now we're in the dressing room of her house and we're in there struggling because my eyes is closed like this, trying to make sure she gets stuff on her and it's correctly. And it was just very uncomfortable and weird. So later that night, I told my boss what happened. I called him up and was like, hey, that was a very weird experience with da-da-da-da-da. She didn't want my phone near her. She wanted me to turn it off. He said, oh, I forgot to tell you that about da-da-da-da-da. She's very self-conscious about her stretch marks, so don't take it personal. And I'm like, all this behind some stretch marks? Ma'am, I can take off my pants right now and show you my thighs. You'll see some stretch marks. But this isn't just a one-off thing. I've seen celebrities break down and cry behind the tiniest imperfection. These are the same people that we are out here just idolizing, like, wow, if I just had their body, my life will be set. The grass is always greener on the other side. And meanwhile, they are out here just insecure about the same things we are. I have worked with clients that would starve themselves to death 2 days before an event just so they could fit into some couture dress. It's this constant hustle to look perfect. And if they mess up a little bit, if they show the world their imperfection just a little bit, it's all over. These are the same people that got full glam teams, stylists, photographers, professional Photoshop at their fingertips. And yet they are still highly insecure. If that's not proof that perfection is a myth, I don't know what is. Want to know what else I learned? Connections equal cash. Hollywood is not just about what you know, it's who you know. I was styling this one actor, super talented, right? But he was still on a come up. I remember him stressing out because he had not booked a big role in a minute, and he was worried that he was falling off. But then one night, he goes to this big celebrity party in the hills, right? Well, next thing you know, a few weeks later, this man got a leading role in a major film. I'm talking life-changing career move, okay? And it wasn't because he suddenly got more talented overnight. Nah, it was because he had the right conversations with the right person over some cocktails. That's when your girl realized that having the right connections can make your career do a complete 180. Let me tell you something. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you are not plugged in with the right connections, it's like you just another face in a crowd. Hollywood taught me your network is your net worth. I heard of people with half of the talent getting double the opportunities simply because they knew how to play the social game. It's about being in the right rooms with the right people and knowing how to pitch yourself when it matters. Listen, folks get $1 million deals every day, and it's not because they are the best at what they do, but because they was there when somebody important was looking. And look, this isn't just a Hollywood thing. This applies to any industry. The more people you know, the more doors will open up for you. So if you out there grinding right now, trying to make it big, just remember this. Talent is important, but it's only half the battle. The other half is about building relationships and getting yourself into those right spaces. Listen, in Hollywood, you have to be your own god. At least that's what I was told. One time, my boss got me into a little swanky party or whatever. I really wasn't supposed to be there, but I got in because I'm my boss's assistant, so I'm there by default. I'm mixing and mingling, knowing damn well I don't belong there. And I'm sitting there sipping my little cocktail, trying to look important, and then bam, out of nowhere, a pretty big star comes over and starts to talk to our group. So he's over there chatting it up with us and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Such and so is really here talking to me right now. And at some point, he starts to talk about this crazy streak of luck and good fortune that he's been getting lately in Hollywood. So by this time, I think I done had too many cocktails and you girls a little tipsy, I ain't gonna lie. And I was really proud of him. So I just ended up blurting out, God is blessing you. Whew, thank God for his favor. He then gives me this half smile and squints his eyes and looks at me and says, nah, sweetie, out here, you gotta be your own God. Be your own God? And please believe it, he was not the only one in there that had that same mindset. Nobody out there was thinking about no spirituality, no God, no religion, anything beyond themselves. All I kept seeing was self-worship and self-reliance. When he said that one line, at that moment, I realized how deep that attitude ran in Hollywood. I feel like deep down a good 80% of them feels like you don't need nobody but yourself. Hollywood tries its damnedest to convince you that happiness comes from status, money, and fame. But it is a straight up lie. True happiness comes from knowing God. When you have him, you're not out here trying to be your own God. You have a foundation, something to lean on, something that gives you peace and purpose and beyond what's ever in your bank account. And now the next one. If you do not give your money a job, you are cooked. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Working in Hollywood, oh, I seen the money. I seen the people with the money. But you know what? They were still stressed out about cash because they did not know how to make their money work. It's crazy how many people are out here hustling to get the bag, to get the coin. And when they do, they let the money just sit around like it's on vacation. Nah. Your money just can't sit around. It needs to be on a 9-to-5 grind, just like you. Some people are so naive. They tend to think that if you are not spending big, you are not living big. And that is one of the biggest misconceptions that is out there today. I'm telling you, folks will drop $10K on a watch, $5K on a vacation, and think that they really doing it big. But guess what? That's just money down the drain if you do not have a plan. Let's keep it a buck. If you are out here buying liabilities instead of assets, you are setting yourself up for a financial L. You need to be investing in things that makes money for you. Stocks, real estate, side hustles, whatever it is. But the key is you gotta make your money hustle harder than you. Every dollar you make needs a purpose. If you're there just stacking up cash with no plan, you just letting it sit there and rot. Inflation is eating at it. Opportunities is passing you by. And you sitting there wondering why you always broke at the end of the month. Nah, fam, you gotta tell your money what to do. Set up a budget that works for you, one that covers your essentials, one that covers your investments, and one that you set aside for your little play money too. Just don't let your fun money become your only money. Just let some grow behind the scenes. You know what? Think of your dollars like employees. If they not working for you, you, my friend, are running a losing business. And I hate to tell y'all this, but I know you don't want to hear this, but 7 out of 10 of y'all are being influenced by amateurs and you don't even know it. And I'm not just talking about people who don't know what they're talking about. I'm talking about the ones out here that's pretending to be experts and they haven't even done the work. In Hollywood, I have met people that on the outside, it looks like they got it all figured out. They got it all together. The fancy clothes and the perfect pics, and they just out here killing it. But just because somebody looks like they know exactly what they're doing doesn't mean that they actually do. A lot of these so-called gurus and celebrities and even YouTube experts, they make it seem like they know everything, but they just out here just figuring it out, just like we are. They may be a few steps ahead, but baby, half of the time they don't know more than you. If anything, they may be doing worse than you behind the scenes, and we wouldn't even know it. It's like watching a guy in a rented Lambo on Instagram telling you how to level up and how to get paid, but the car is not even his. The sad part is we buy into it and we start to think that that's the life that we need to be living. Listen, Hollywood is all about the illusion, boo-boo kitten. People want to look successful even when they're broke. Reality is people care more about what they look like versus what they actually know. So these amateurs are selling you this dream that you can get money like them, look like them, be famous like them. But they are not telling you the whole story. The truth is you are just being influenced by people that's just trying to make it. Yeah, they make it look easy, but they don't tell you about the failures, the mistakes, and the missed opportunities that went along with it. So the next time that you are scrolling through social media, really think about who you're following and who you're listening to. Are they really who they say they are? Are they just faking it? Are they amateurs trying to sell you a dream? Or are they experts that really put in the work? Listen, don't fall for the hype and do not fall for the okie doke. Focus on the people that can actually teach you something real. Do your homework. Look into their background. It will really help you out. And you know what? After experiencing so much in Hollywood at such a young age, there's like nothing that really gets me like juiced anymore. Baby, I feel like I have seen it all and done it all. So if you are like me and you were just feeling overstimulated and you are bored with life, you are bored with your job, just, watch this video right here. I'm sure that you will enjoy that video because I am keeping it 100% raw and real, and I'm pretty sure that you will be able to relate. And guys, my schedule has been wild lately, which means that I can't post on YouTube as much as I would love to. But if you sign up for my newsletter, which is in the description box below, you can just click the link. We'll have a special place to connect, share updates, and keep the good vibes going beyond the videos. You will not want to miss out on all the insider updates and surprises, please believe me. Once again, my name is Chris. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay, that's a wrap.
But first, let's get into this lock hairdo, though. It's giving unique.